There goes the train. You guys hear the train? Good morning, Vietnam, and everybody else. Hello, hello. Going to begin shortly. It's just shy of 11 a.m. here in Vietnam, almost 4 a.m. UTC. Who do we have here? We've got Kareem, Yolanda, Ricardo. Phuc Vinh is here. Hello, Phuc Vinh. People coming and going. Well, welcome, my friends, and good morning or good evening, wherever you are. So my name is Sam. I'm from the United States, and I teach English online. I'm going to be doing a webinar later today on how to make and sell digital products. If you would like to join that webinar, it's going to be on Google Meet. Please message me if you would like to join. So, got people trickling in here. I'm going to begin in about 1 minute, going over world news. I've got like 6 or so different countries. Kazakhstan is going to be the first one. So the point of this live stream is to practice English communication and improve your pronunciation. I'm from the United States, so I speak with the American accent. Excuse me. I need to drink more water and relax with the cigarettes. Oh, my fan doesn't work. It's so hot here in Vietnam. Okay, so we've got, what, 12 people in this live stream? All right, whoop-de-doo. So what are we looking at here? We've got the first country I'm going to be talking about is Kazakhstan. Do we have anybody here from Kazakhstan? Anyway, what does it say here? It says Kazakhstan launched a new digital nomad visa that allows remote workers to stay for up to 2 years. Look at that, a digital nomad visa. So a digital nomad is somebody who does not work in an office. A digital nomad makes money somehow from home or from a cafe or wherever they are online. Right? So if you work online using a computer, you could call yourself a digital nomad. So the country of Kazakhstan has launched a new digital nomad visa. So you can go and live in Kazakhstan on a digital nomad visa for up to 2 years. That's pretty cool. This is according to Astana Times, May 27th. That was 2 days ago. Number 2, right? We're talking about news about Kazakhstan. The country opened a major new logistics center connecting Europe and Asia by rail. So rail means by train, right? Choo-choo train. Kat says, hi, hello, Kat. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Boy, it is hot here. Is it hot where you are? It's not even June yet, and it's super hot. I gotta cool off. So we've got 139 people here now. Welcome, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. Thank you for coming. My name is Sam. I'm from the United States, and I teach English online. So if you're interested in learning English, please follow me. Join my live streams every day. So, Kazakhstan opened a major new logistics center. Look at that word, logistic. La, gist, ick. Logistics, right? Logistics is like finding the way to ship things, to transport things, to move things around between countries. So Kazakhstan has made a new way to connect Europe and Asia by rail, by railroad, right? Like trains, to move things by trains. Do we have anybody here from Kazakhstan? Hello, Kazakhstani people. Anybody from Kazakhstan here? Number 3, Almaty was ranked among Asia's top 10 most improved cities for quality of life. Interesting. Oh, Sani is from Kazakhstan. Astana, okay. Tell me, Almaty, is Almaty the capital of Kazakhstan? Or is it a big city in Kazakhstan? Please tell me something about Almaty. How many Kazakhstani people do we have here? Do we have many? Or just one? So moving on. Number 4, right? This is news from Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan's film industry is growing fast with several international productions. Huh. So there's like a Hollywood in Kazakhstan, apparently. The film industry is growing fast with several international co-productions. Moving on. Number 5. The government introduced free English training programs for young professionals in tech. Interesting. So if you live in Kazakhstan, if you're a Kazakhstani person and you're in the tech industry, apparently, you can get free English training programs. So you don't even need me. You don't need Teacher Sam to teach you English if you're in Kazakhstan, because they have free training programs for English for young professionals in tech. Look at the word professional. Null. Put the emphasis on the second syllable. Professional. Here, Lan Kazakh says, no, I don't need. Lushe Chitye Kitaisky. Don't understand Kazakhstani, I'm sorry. What are you saying? Better to learn Chinese. Oh, okay. You'd rather learn Chinese than English, eh? Well, good for you. Then why are you in this live stream? Because I don't teach Chinese, I teach English. Ty says, hello, Principal Wayne. My name is not Wayne. No. Why do you ask if my surname is Wayne? Kyle sent a heart. Thanks, Kyle, for the heart. What else we got going on here? Eng Bamami says, Sam Handsome can speak Vietnamese. Yes, I can speak Vietnamese. Here Lan says, learn Kazakh language. Well, teach me Kazakh, will you? Teach me to say something in Kazakh. Oh, I can't translate whatever you wrote in Kazakh. Kotiko says, good morning. Good morning, Kotiko. Okay, enough with Kazakhstan. Let's move on to Indonesia. What's happening in Indonesia? Do we have any... Go home, Yankee. Block. Bye-bye, Hirlan. So, Indonesia. Do we have any Indonesian people here? Anybody from Indonesia? Bali introduced a new sustainable tourism tax to protect its beaches and culture. Oh, we've got at least one person from Indonesia. Look at the word sustainable. Sustain-able. Put the emphasis on the second syllable. Sustainable. 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 Right? It means that you can keep doing it forever, right? It's like renewable. So they made a new tax to protect the beaches and culture of Indonesia. That's a good thing, right? They want to protect their beaches over there in Bali, Indonesia. Let's see what other news we have coming out of Indonesia. Number 7. Let's see. Raquel says, where are you? I live in Vietnam. Where are you, Raquel? Ulysses Garcia Juarez says, I'm paying attention. Oh, I'm glad. Ulysses? What a cool name. So number 7, India's tech startup funding reached a record high in the first half of 2026. Oh, Raquel's in Brazil. Well, good morning to you in there in Brazil. So Indonesia's tech startup funding, so like new companies in tech, reached a record high in the first half of 2026. Record. Notice how oftentimes if it's a verb, record, or sorry, if it's a noun, right, here's the noun, record, but if it's a verb, we'll say record, with the emphasis on the second syllable. Concierge Japan says, "Hi, Sam. Hello, my friend in Japan. Konnichiwa." Ulysses says, "Do you go live every day at this time?" Yes, I do go live every day at this time. Leo says, "Good morning." Good morning to you, Leo. Where do you live, Leo? Kat sent a heart. Thank you, Kat. Concierge Japan also sent a heart. Thank you so much for the gifts. So, talking about world news. Right now I'm on Indonesia. Oh, Leo's from Thailand. Sawadika. Indonesia's tech startup funding. So funding is like the money that they give to tech startups, like new tech companies, new tech businesses. Anna says, "Good morning." Good morning, Anna. Hello, welcome, and thank you for coming. MXM Logistics says, "Hello." Hello, MXM Logistics. Thanks for coming. So what I was talking about is when this word is a verb, it's record, right? I will record something. But if it's a noun, it's record, right? So the emphasis gets switched. This is usually the case in English when you change a verb to a noun, right? The emphasis switches, right? We go from the noun record to the verb record. Okay. Anna sent it. You're awesome. Thank you so much, Anna. So let's read this through one more time. Nice and slow. Listen and repeat after me. Shadow what I say. Indonesia's tech startup funding reached a record high in the first half of 2026. Well, okay, I guess record here is not a noun, but a adjective. Excuse me. Ty says, "Sam, do you support or oppose the crazy development of AI?" I do not support it, but there's no stopping it, right? The genie has been let out of the bottle. We will not get the AI genie back in the bottle. So whether you like AI or not, we're stuck with it. It's not going away. It is out of our control. So no, I don't support it, but what can you do, right? There's no stopping it. It's like saying, do you support or oppose the weather, right? I can't decide whether it rains or not, so I don't worry about it. Anyway, moving on, number 8, talking about news from Indonesia. A young Indonesian developer created an AI tool that helps farmers increase rice yields, right? Increase means go up. So they are able to grow more rice because some young developer in Indonesia created an AI tool that helps farmers grow more rice, right? It helps them increase rice yields. A yield is like how much you get from farming. Number 9, Jakarta's new MRT system has significantly reduced traffic in the city center. Does anybody here live in Jakarta? Can you tell me if this is true or not? Has the traffic gotten better in Jakarta? Ty says, "I can't deny the convenience of AI, but I'm quite concerned," you should say concerned, since AI videos are so authentic, right? Yeah, because of AI, it's very soon, maybe now, already impossible to tell what's real and what's not real online, right? Maybe I am AI, right? How could I even know that? Maybe you guys are watching AI Charlie Puth right now, and you think it's a real person, right? AI is getting crazy. No way to distinguish what's real and what's not. Leo says, "Where do you come from?" I come from the United States. I'm American. Please play the song "Come My Way," Suntom MTP. Why should we listen to that song? Do you work for Suntom MTP or what? Anyway, Jakarta is the most populated city in the world. Did you know that? Jakarta has 20 million people. 20 million people live in Jakarta. That's like 2 Ho Chi Minh cities in one city, right? If you multiplied Ho Chi Minh City times 2, that's how many people live in Jakarta. Is that crazy or what? Ty says, one thing to assure that you're not AI is that you can block bots. I bet you could train an AI to block bots, though. What is MRT? Can somebody tell me MRT? I'm sure that M stands for metro, and I'm sure that T stands for transit. But what does R stand for? Surely somebody here is from Indonesia. Do we have anybody here who lives in Jakarta? Angel Maya says service. Service what, Angel Maya? R certainly doesn't stand for service. Anybody here from Indonesia? Hello, my friends in Indonesia. Let me Google it. Indonesia MRT. What does MRT stand for? Oh, I'm completely wrong. It stands for Moda Raya Terpadu. I am incorrect. I am wrong. Let me erase this. MRT stands for Moda Raya Terpadu. All right, so we've got people here from Indonesia. What does Moda Raya Terpadu mean? Ulysses is from Mexico City. Okay. Here the traffic is awful as Jakarta. Haha. Is that even English? No, that is not English. I assume this is what do they call the main language of Indonesia? Bahasa. Right? Indonesia is a very interesting country. Right? There's like 12,000 islands in Indonesia. And they speak like 718 languages in Indonesia. Right? There's so many languages. Very fascinating country, very interesting country. So somebody, all right, so Angel Maya says Moda Raya Terpadu is Bahasa. So what does it mean? What does Moda Raya Terpadu mean? Can somebody tell me? In Bahasa, what does Moda Raya Terpadu mean? Okay, well, anyway. Abu Bakar says, hi, where are you from? I'm from the United States. So let's look at the word significantly. 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 Right? Very much. It has very much reduced the traffic in the city center. It means teacher Sam is handsome. Haha, you're funny. Abu Bakar says, what are you talking about? I'm talking about world news. Right? So my name is Sam. I'm from the United States. And I teach English online. Today, I'm just going over some world news topics. Right now, I'm talking about Indonesia. Roar says, it's mean language. Roar, what are you talking about? What does that mean? It's mean language. Helga's here in Moscow. Zdravstvuyte, Helga. Welcome. Anyway, number 10. Indonesia broke a new national record in solar energy production this year. Oh, that's good. Bahasa, it's mean language. Right, but the question I'm asking was, what does Moda Raya Terpadu mean? Can anybody answer me that? Can somebody here, I'm sure, understands Bahasa? So what does Moda Raya Terpadu? Does it mean like fast means of transportation? I assume that would, I only know Terpadu means the best. Oh. Means the best, huh? Okay. Abu Bakar says, you can speak Indonesia exactly. I cannot speak Indonesian. No. There's 718 languages in Indonesia, and I cannot speak one of them. Not any. Helga says, Zdravstvuyte. Privyet. Hi, Helga. Thanks for coming. You know, Helga, many years ago, I tried to learn Russian. And I learned only a few words in Russian, right? Один, два, три, четыре. And I learned how to say "Я не понимаю по-русски," but also learned the word for airplane in Russian, which is самолет. And I learned it because this website said I would rather take the plane than some old yacht, right? Самолет. That's how I remember the word airplane. Riley Good says it's a train like Subway Underground. Wow, cool. C says, wow, how many languages can you speak? I can speak 3 languages: English, German, and Vietnamese. I cannot speak Russian. I cannot speak Bahasa. So, India broke a new national record in solar energy. And that's good news. Moin moin. Really good. Are you from Germany, moin moin? Are you from Switzerland? Guten Morgen miteinander. So moving on, the next news that I'm going to talk about is Azerbaijan. My Führung says MRT, a rail system which is used for transporting passengers in urban areas. Okay, Moda means mode. Aus Aachen. Riley Good is from Aachen. Cool. Als ich war, ich habe in der Nähe von Stuttgart gewohnt. Aber es ist eine sehr lange Zeit gewesen und ich befürchte, dass ich die Sprache ziemlich verlernt habe. If you don't practice, you lose your language skills, right? C says, oh, I'm Vietnamese. I live in Vietnam. I live in Quang Hoa province. Abu Bakr, I want to learn English. You can study Indonesia with me. Well, okay, great. Raya, also something like celebration. Okay, cool. Do we have anybody from Azerbaijan here? Any Azerbaijani people? Usually people from Azerbaijan often join my live streams, so I thought I would talk about some news from Azerbaijan. Let's learn about Azerbaijan. I find Azerbaijan to be great. Carlos is here. Hi, Carlos. I'm doing great. Quang Hoa, not Thanh Hoa, not Thanh Hoa. Không phải bà Sáu. Thầy không thích ăn rau má. Thầy sống ở Quang Hoa, Nha Trang. Okay, so number 11, Baku in Azerbaijan successfully hosted a major international cultural festival last week. Lots of long words here. Right? They hosted a major international, long word, international, put the emphasis on nash, national, international cultural festival, like a big party last week. So anybody from Baku in Azerbaijan? All right, moving on, number 12. Azerbaijan, the country, is becoming an important energy bridge between Europe and Asia. Well, that's good for them, right? They're helping get energy between Europe and Asia. Asia and post country. Happy learning all. Bye. Goodbye, Angel. Have a great day. Okay. Azerbaijan, right? They're becoming an important energy bridge between Europe and Asia. Also about Azerbaijan, number 13. The country, Azerbaijan, made strong progress in improving education in rural areas. Look at the word rural. Rural is like in the countryside, not in the city. Right? Rural is the opposite of, what is the opposite of rural? I don't remember. My English is not very good. I'm from the United States, but I can barely speak English. The opposite of rural, oh, is urban, right? Urban. Urban and rural. So, side. So urban is like thành phố, and countryside is like nhà quê. Crumbs Cookie is here. Hi, Crumbs Cookie. Welcome. Rural, the other extreme like a city, right? Yeah, so rural means not a city. It's the opposite of a city. Crumbles Cookies is glad to see you again. How's your morning? My morning is great, Crumbles. How are you? Bakar says, maybe you can talk about ore nickel in Indonesia. New for us. How the price? Don't quite understand. You want me to talk about nickel? Mateos blocking you. Are you a bot, Mateos? I get lots of bots. The bots are these bots who want me to say naughty things. Anyway, 14, Baku's old city and modern architecture continue to attract a number of tourists. Lots of people go traveling to Baku. Ooh, Cat sent Go Popular. Thanks, Cat. You're swell. So, Baku's old city and modern architecture. Look at the word architecture. 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 4 syllables. Architecture. Architecture. Probably the most emphasis goes on the first syllable, right? Listen and repeat after me. Architecture. Right? The way that buildings look. This architecture, how they're designed. Abu Bakr, Baku is a city, yes, in the country of Azerbaijan. Number 15, the last piece of news from Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan is investing heavily in its technology and startup ecosystem. Startup is like a new company, a new business. They're investing heavily. They're spending money on technology and... All right, moving on. The next country I want to talk about is Senegal. Are there any people from Senegal here? Hello, friends in Senegal. Anybody? So what's happening in Senegal, a country in Africa? Dakar was named one of Africa's most creative and vibrant cities in 2026. Vibrant. So it's like vibrant. Say it like that. Vibrant. On a Journey sent a heart and a Go Popular. Thank you, On a Journey. Are you on a journey? Where are you going? Anyway, talking about the country of Senegal. News from Senegal. Dakar apparently is a very creative and vibrant city. I would love to go to Dakar and see what people are doing there. All right, we've got 200 people here. Hello, everybody. I teach in the United States. I'm doing a webinar later today, by the way, at 2:30 p.m., so 11, 12, 1, 2. In 3 hours, I'm doing a webinar on Google Meet on the topic of making and selling digital products. So if you want to join, please send me a message. Number 17, still talking about Senegal. Senegal's tech startup scene is one of the fastest growing in West Africa. Interesting. So new technology businesses, right? The tech startup scene is one of the fastest growing in West Africa. I wonder what they're developing over there in Senegal. Lido says hello. Hi, Lido. Welcome. Thanks for the follow. Number 18. About news from the country of Senegal, scientific progress, renewable energy. Somebody from Japan says, hello, I'm Japanese and studying English. I appreciate your content. Oh, I appreciate you coming. Thank you for saying that. Afif says, hi, HRU. You mean, how are you? I'm doing great, thanks. So the country of Senegal makes significant progress, significant forward in renewable energy. Renewable. What is the opposite of vibrancy? I mean, like Hanoi. The opposite of vibrancy. If a city is not, it means it's like dull, I suppose. I don't know. I lived in Hanoi for 8 years. I actually like honey. It's just very, very polluted. Huh. My internet going slow. Is it my connection? Sharp rock. Please answer me in the group chat. Does it seem like I have a really bad Wi-Fi connection? Am I going slow? My Wi-Fi is lagging. Oh, bummer. Yes, this news is accurate and valid. White Diamond is here. Hello, White Diamond. Sorry, my Wi-Fi is not good today, apparently. Laggy. Better now, or is it still slow? Well, anyway, talking about news in Senegal. Senegal's women's football team continues to all across the continent of Africa. Right? Senegal's women's football team. They're inspiring young girls, right? They're giving girls hope. They feel optimistic about life and chances. C says goodbye, time for lunch. Bye, C. Enjoy your lunch. So the last piece of news from Senegal, is there anybody here from Senegal? Do I have any viewers from Senegal? Number 20, a new program is helping young Senegalese start online businesses. I'm lagging, huh? What a bummer. Yinhua Secret says, good afternoon, teacher. Good morning, Yinhua. Thanks for coming. Sorry about my laggy internet. All right, moving on. What's happening in the Democratic Republic of Congo? Do we have anybody here from Congo? From the Congo? From the Democratic Republic of Congo? Anybody? Tell me, I'm curious, where are you from? I'm from the United States. How about you? So, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Virunga National Park welcomed a record number of tourists this year. Right? I'm going to say this again, record, when it's an adjective, the emphasis goes on the first syllable, record, right? When it's a verb, it's record. Right? It's different. Abu Bakar says, where do you get the news from, GPT or Google? I get the news from Grok, not GPT and not Google. So Virunga National Park in the Democratic Republic of Congo, right? This is according to the Virunga National Park themselves as of May 2026. Many tourists have gone to the park. So good for them. They're in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Number 22, local communities are successfully protecting endangered mountain gorillas. This is good news for gorillas. Right? They're successfully protecting mountain gorillas, according to the Gorilla Conservation Program. Moving on, number 23, news from the Democratic Republic of Congo. New ecotourism projects are creating jobs while protecting nature. Ecotourism, people who want to travel and see things, but they still want to protect the environment, right? That would be ecotourism. They're creating jobs and protecting nature. So this is good news, right? I try to read good news. Right? There's so much bad news in the world, so many bad things happening. I don't want to talk about the bad things, I want to talk about the good things. Cerise Karid says, hi, I'm from Java, Indonesia. Well, welcome. Moving on, number 24. Young Congolese artists are gaining international recognition for their work. Look at the word recognition. Recognition. Put the emphasis on the third syllable. Recognition. They're getting recognized for their work. People are saying, oh, wow, you do good work. I recognize that. Orthodontist Ketevan Baladze is from the country of Georgia. Okay, cool. Right now I'm talking about the country of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Anybody from Congo here? Hello to my friends in the Democratic Republic of Congo. So number 25, a new education initiative is bringing schools to remote areas in eastern DRC. This is according to UNICEF. All right. Next up, I'm going to talk about the news in Venezuela. Anybody here from Venezuela? Anybody? Do I have any people from Venezuela here? We've got Indonesia, we've got Georgia. I know we've got some Vietnamese people here. Oh, Lisandro is from Venezuela. Lisandro, maybe you can help me see if you agree with these. Venezuela's coffee production is recovering strongly and winning international awards. Well, good for Venezuela, right? They are they're growing lots of coffee over there in Venezuela. Good for them, I'm glad. I want Venezuela to do good. I hope everything's okay in Venezuela. Next up, talking about the news from Venezuela. Lisandro is from Venezuela. Hola, amigo Lisandro. Got Anna from Georgia. Oh, I've got at least 2 people from Georgia. Cool. You're so welcome, Lisandro. So 27, tourism on Margarita Island is seeing strong growth this year. That's according to Venezuelan Tourism Board. So lots of tourists are going to Margarita Island. Oh, Aliyeva is from Azerbaijan. Hello, my friend in Azerbaijan. Anna, send a glow stick. Thank you, Anna. So, oh, Layla is also from Georgia. Lots of people from Georgia today. Hello, my friends in Georgia. I don't really know much about Georgia. So, Margarita Island is beautiful, huh, Lisandro? Cool, I'll have to check out Margarita Island. I can sound out the Russian letters, but I can't. I don't understand Russian. Я не понимаю по-русски. I can only read the letters for the sounds. So let's see. News from Venezuela, number 28. Venezuelan chefs are becoming well known in international culinary circles. Look at the word. Culinary. 4 syllables. Put the emphasis on the first syllable. Culinary. So culinary, right? Like referring to food. Things that have to do with food are culinary related things. Inwa Secret sent a finger heart. Thank you, Inwa, for sending the finger heart. Zating says, hello, teacher. Hello, Zating. Xin chao. Talking about news from Venezuela, right? These Venezuelan chefs. I don't know anything actually about Venezuelan food. What's the food like in Venezuela? Lisandro, is the food in Venezuela delicious? Comida de Venezuela delicioso? Dumcom? My Spanish is so bad. I forgot most of my Spanish. I used to speak pretty good Spanish, but don't anymore. Cotico says, culinary circles. Lisandro says, do you know arepa? No, I don't know arepa. Yeah, I don't know much about Venezuela, to be honest with you. So 29, the country, Venezuela, is making good progress in restoring its famous national parks. This is according to National Geographic. I have to try arepa. Okay, I will. Lisandro, thank you for telling me about arepa. I'm going to write that down. I will check out arepa. Okay, so they're making good progress. Again, this is another one of those words where if it's a verb, it sounds different than when it's a noun. So progress, making good progress. So here it's a noun, progress. But if it's a verb, so here's a noun, and here it's a verb. If it's a noun, you say progress. If it's a verb, you say progress. Spelled the same, similar meaning, but different pronunciation depending on if it's a noun or a verb. Anh Hồng says, anh biết nói tiếng Việt à? Em sẽ hỏi thầy câu này bao nhiêu lần? Anh biết tiếng Việt. Đừng hỏi nữa. Okay, moving on. How about Colombia? Oh wait, no. Colombia yet. We're still talking about Venezuela. So 30. Young Venezuelan musicians are achieving success in classical music competitions. Right? So these young Venezuelan musicians are getting success, achieving. Put the emphasis on achieving. They're getting success, right? They're earning success. They're achieving success in classical music competitions. So good job, Venezuelan musicians. Okay, moving on. Now I'm going to talk about Colombia. Do I have anybody here from Colombia? Any Colombians here? Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, what's happening in Colombia? Let's talk about the news in Colombia. Niet, Cream Logo says. No. No Colombians, huh? Colombia's coffee region is like an area, right? Colombia is in Central America. Or is it technically South America? So Spanish-speaking country south of the United States. Colombia's coffee region is attracting record numbers of eco-tourists this year. So the places where they grow coffee in Colombia, people are going to look at those places, right? They're traveling there. Ecotourism. That's good. Other crops that Colombia is famous for, but I cannot say them here in this live stream. Okay, moving on. Still talking about the news from Colombia. 32. Yeah, many countries have significantly developed in coffee. I think Vietnam is still number 2 worldwide for coffee, right? Brazil is number 1, but Vietnam is number 2. But Brazil is way far ahead of Vietnam even. Brazil makes a ton of coffee. They make so much coffee, or they grow so much coffee in Brazil. But, ooh, Tui Chang sent a rose. Thank you, Tui Chang. Appreciate that. Lisandro says, like Venezuela as well. Venezuela grows lots of coffee. So 32, capital of Colombia, right? It's the major city in Colombia, Medellin, continues to be recognized as one of Latin America's most innovative cities. That's according to the Wall Street Journal, the newspaper. So innovative, look at the word innovative. Innovative. Most emphasis goes on the first syllable. Innovative, right? They're coming up with new and interesting and good ideas. And it's one of Latin America's most innovative cities. Tiklaxica sent a heart. Thank you, Tiklaxica. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Moving on, number 33. Talking about the news from Colombia. Colombian women entrepreneurs are leading new successful tech startups. Pame Vasquez Garces says, you beautiful. Oh, thanks, Pame. Or Pame? I don't know how to say that name. Pame, where are you from? Is there anybody here from Colombia? I'm talking about Colombia right now. The news from Colombia. So look at this word entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. Emphasis on the last syllable. So how do you say this? Listen and repeat after me. Entrepreneur. Right? Entrepreneur is somebody who does like a new business. Right? They start a new company. Do I have any entrepreneurs here? Pame is from Mexico. Lovely. Buenas noches. mi amiga de Mexico. Medina Banus from hello from Uzbekistan. Wow, cool. Tiklaksika says hello from Thailand. Sawadika. Leila says, what do you know about Georgia? I just know that Georgia is in Western Asia, Eastern Europe, right? I don't know much about Georgia. Fadel is from Lombok, Indonesia. Hello. Griselda Ortiz says, Mexico too. Well, bienvenido, Griselda. What a beautiful name. Helen says, hello from Ukraine. Privit, Helen. Thanks for coming. So, for everybody out there, welcome to my live stream. Thank you for coming. My name is Sam. I'm from the United States. I teach English online, American pronunciation and communication skills. If you want to join my WhatsApp group, it's free. You can message me or click the link in my bio. I also have a daily English club, which you can join for $1. Later today, I'm going to do a webinar on Google Meet on how to make digital products and sell them online. If you would like to join, please message me. But anyway, this live stream is about news topics from around the world. Right now I'm talking about Colombia. So in Colombia, the country's rich biodiversity continues to attract global nature lovers. Look at the word biodiversity. Biodiversity. Long word. Biodiversity. Biodiversity. Biodiverse. I'm going to put the emphasis on verse. Verse. Biodiversity, right? Many different animals and plants is biodiversity. William says, good evening, follow you. Thanks for the follow, William. Welcome. Medina Banu says, what time is it where you live? I live in Vietnam, and in Vietnam right now, it is 11:45 in the morning. Layla says, Georgia is rich of vineyards and mineral water, a tasty traditional cuisine. Cool. I would love to go to Georgia someday. Nito says, hello teacher, my name is Nito. Tomorrow I'm going to have an English test. I'm insecure. Nito, I think you're going to do great. Just practice and try your best. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to talk about in Colombia is Colombia's peace initiatives are creating new opportunities for community tourism. Let's see, Met Sao Có Set says, which city are you living? I live in Nha Trang, in Kang province. So Colombian peace initiatives, initiatives. Put the emphasis on the second syllable. Initiatives, right? Initiatives are like plans that are set into motion, right? They are working to create new opportunities for community tourism. That is according to El Tiempo, the Times. All right, moving on. I'm going to talk about news from Ukraine. How many Ukrainians do we have here? Privit, my friends in Ukraine. Any Ukrainians here? So what's happening in Ukraine? Let's see, it says here, Ukrainian tech companies continue to show strength despite challenges. Ah, Helen's from Ukraine. Privit. Businessmen, privyet. Hello, businessmen. So tech companies in Ukraine continue to show strong growth despite challenges, right? Even though there are challenges, they're still showing growth. Yannick Fisher says, good morning. Guten Morgen, Yannick. Wie geht's Ihnen? Oh, Kat's from Ukraine. Kat, I thought you were from the Netherlands. I'm sorry. You're a Ukrainian, okay. What makes you take the decision to leave your country and live there? Well, it's a long story, and I don't feel like telling it now. But I love living here. I also love my country, and I go back to my country occasionally to visit. Number 37. Danke, gut und du? Mir geht es sehr gut. Vielen Dank, Yannick. Number 37. Many Ukrainian artists are gaining international recognition for their work. I'll have to look at this Ukrainian art, right? This is from Art Ukraine, which I assume is a magazine, right? I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Yannick. So artists. Notice how when I say artists, it's more like I'm saying it with a D. Artist. Right? Not an artist. Artist. Many Ukrainian artists are gaining international recognition. Gaining is like getting or earning. Many Ukrainian artists are getting international recognition. They're earning international recognition. Jess Thomas got a 7.5 in English on the 10th grade examination in Vietnam. Oh, well, I don't know how the entrance exam gets graded. Is that 7.5 out of 10 or out of 9? Medina Boo followed my page. Thank you. Hope it'll be useful. I hope it'll be useful to you too. All right, moving on. Talking about Ukraine, the news in Ukraine. 38. The country of Ukraine is making progress in developing green energy projects. Helen says, we won a lot time on Eurovision. Oh, cool. So green energy, right? Sustainable energy. Energy that is not dirty. Energy that does not destroy nature. That's good, right? Like maybe solar energy, perhaps. That's according to Ukraine Green Energy. Number 39, still talking about Ukraine. Ukrainian students are performing very well in international science competitions. So, listen and repeat after me. Practice your English. Ukrainian students are performing very well in international science competitions. Right? They're doing very good. They're winning. Right? I'm trying to read about good news. There's so much bad news in the world. I want to read good news. So 40, the last one about Ukraine, it says traditional Ukrainian crafts are experiencing a global renaissance. It's according to UNESCO. So look at the word renaissance. Ren-is-ance. Renaissance. Renaissance. 3 syllables. Yeah, we want to. Only good news. Yeah. Man, it's hard to find news these days. You gotta look hard for it. If you read the newspaper, it's mostly bad news. There's a saying in English, no news is good news. Okay, moving on. Next country I want to talk about the news from is Belarus. Oh, Renaissance. A renaissance is when they're having a very, how do I say, renaissance. Renaissance is like a very productive time. So this means if they're having a renaissance, it means they're being very productive. They're being very creative. They're doing good things. A renaissance is a very good thing. Oh, nice. I got another bot. Cool. Excuse me while I block this bot. Oh, I can't block the bot. Why did I block the bot? It's going super slow. Oh, there we go. Thank you for coming. Love bot. So Belarus. Anybody here from Belarus? Hello to my friends in Belarus. Privyet. My friends in Belarus. Belarus means white Russian. Akon Asman says hello from Indonesia. Hello, my friend in Indonesia. From Bali. Oh, cool. So Belarus is its IT sector and attracting more foreign investment. That's according to Belarus Digest. So IT is information technology, right? Belarus is expanding its information technology sector and attracting more foreign investment, right? Investors from other countries. Moving on to number 42, the country's national parks are becoming popular ecotourism destinations. I keep talking about ecotourism. Anywhere from Belarus? Hello, Belarus? No? Let me move on then. 43, Belarusian athletes continue to achieve good results in international sports, right? Good job, Belarusian athletes. People who do sports professionally. They're doing very good in international sports. 44, traditional Belarusian festivals are attracting more visitors every year. I wonder what a traditional Belarusian festival is like. What do they do at a traditional Belarusian festival? Do they dance and sing? Do they drink beer? What is Belarus like? Very curious. I went to go to Belarus today. All right, so the last point about Belarus, the education system is focusing heavily on modern technology skills. Right, so the education system of Belarus is teaching students about modern technology. Good for them. Metsao says, I heard from my friend that Belarusians are very pretty. I wouldn't know. I bet they are pretty. I think Vietnamese people are very pretty. There are many pretty people from every country. So let's talk Mexico next, right? The news from Mexico. How many Mexicans do we have here? Buenas noches, amigos en México. ¿Cuántos mexicanos aquí? Are there Mexicans here? Hello, Mexicans. I love Mexican food. I think Mexicans are really cool people. Anyway, the news in Mexico, the news. Mexico's tourism industry is seeing strong recovery with record visitors in Cancun and Tulum? I don't know about Tulum. Tacos is the best for me. Oh, look, you got a Vietnamese who likes tacos. Cool. Maybe Carlos could tell us something about Mexico. What is Tulum? Is that a place on the coast? Is Tulum a beautiful city? Should we go to Tulum? I think everybody knows about Cancun, right? People like to go to Cancun. I don't know about Tulum. Let's see, 47. Guadalajara is becoming a major tech hub in Latin America. I didn't know that Guadalajara was for its Viva Mexico. Yes. Hey, Ulysses. We've got at least Mexicans here. How many more Mexicans are here? Please talk about our president. I feel really embarrassed. AC, are you from Mexico? I don't want to talk about my president either. Let's not talk about this. I don't talk about it. I want to talk about news, not bad news. So, good for Guadalajara. Talking coffee again. Boy, if you talk about Latin America, you have to talk about coffee. Lots of coffee in Latin America. AC Tijuana. Oh, cool. So Mexican coffee from Chiapas won several international awards. Wow. So the coffee from Chiapas apparently is very good. It won several international awards. That's pretty cool. Good job, you coffee farmers down there in Chiapas. Let's see, who here is from Mexico? I forgot. Ulysses or Carlos, have you ever been to Chiapas? Interesting place. Have you ever been to Chiapas? 49. Talking about the news in Mexico, the good news. A new high-speed train project is connecting more cities across the country. Right? That's according to the Mexico government. They're building high-speed trains. There's a big high-speed train project. Carlos says, on the last 2 years, we've had the first woman president in our history. Well, let's not talk about politics. No politics, okay? No politics today. Number 50. The tuition fee for my speaking class. Well, why don't you privately message me? Because I have group classes on Google Meet only for Vietnamese people. You need to message me privately. I'll send you my Zalo. Học tiếng Anh. Rất rẻ. Nhưng mà you can join my English club, which gives you access to my webinars and stuff like that. That's $1 for the first month. Okay. So anybody who wants to join my English Daily Club, you can get access to my webinar later today. I'm going to have a webinar on how to make a digital product and sell it. But you get all of my recordings, all of my documents, blah, 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 in the Daily English Club. So please message me or click the link in my bio to join. You can join the WhatsApp community for free. And if you want to talk about private speaking classes, if you're Vietnamese, send me a message privately. You're so welcome. So 50, young Mexican entrepreneurs. Again, we have this word entrepreneur, somebody who starts a new business, are creating successful, sustainable fashion brands. Huh. Well, good job, you Mexican entrepreneurs. Okay, next, talking about good news across the world. Next is Ethiopia. How many countries do I have? I guess just one more after this. We're doing Japan after this. Is anybody here from Japan? Ulysses Garcia says, at what time is your class? Well, my class on how to make a digital product starts in 2.5 hours from now. Right? I go live stream like this for free every day at around this time. So if you want to talk more about classes and stuff, just message me here on TikTok. Anyway, let's talk about Ethiopia. Is anybody here from Ethiopia? Hello to you people in Ethiopia. Anybody from Ethiopia here right now? Maybe not. Well, anyway, this is the news from Ethiopia. Ethiopia, over there in Africa, opened a new major airport in Addis Ababa, boosting regional connectivity. Connectivity. Put emphasis on the first and third syllables. Connectivity. Right? They're connected. KG sent a heart. Thank you, KG. Teus22 sent a rose. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Ethiopia opened a new airport in Addis Ababa. Great. 52. What else is happening in Ethiopia? The country, Ethiopia, is making good progress in expanding access to electricity in rural areas, right? Remember, rural is like countryside, not the city. Rural is the opposite of, I forget again what the opposite of rural is. Urban, right? Urban means like it's like a city, but rural is not a city. Rural areas are countryside areas. So Ethiopia is expanding access to electricity so people can use their computers and their phones and their light bulbs. Metsao says, I've never heard Ethiopia before. Can you tell me about this country? Well, that's what I'm talking about right now. Oh, look at that. Again, we're talking about coffee. Wow, everybody makes coffee. Everybody grows coffee. Central America, Ethiopia, Brazil, Vietnam. Ethiopian coffee can be global markets. Well, my computer is about to die, so I'm going to have to end this live stream. Is almost out of battery. So I'm going to stop this live soon, but I will live again later. I am going to have a private webinar later about making and selling digital products. Please message me if you would like to join. Carlos says, thanks for all, Sam. Thank you, Carlos. Don't worry. Thanks for everything. Thank you, Lisandro. Appreciate you coming. Oh, look at that. Another sheet. I love that. All right. Bye, everybody. Adios, amigos.